creation through bomb and form. The greatest to ever do it like Kareem in the form. Or Dame at the buzzer, Skip at the rucker. 96 Bulls, the GOAT, there's no other. Bulls and Goats get some wins, but never cover. The word gave the answer to sin. No.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Behind the Plays. Week 1, football's back, baby.
I know this is crazy. I will say, if this goes 2 hours and 18 minutes, which it won't.
It won't.
I do have a fantasy draft at 8.
I also have a fantasy draft at some point tonight. I just don't know when it is because all the teams haven't been filled out. Yeah,
we have 13 right now. We're supposed to get a 14th. It's my work league.
Does your work league want to make me an honorary work person?
No.
Darn.
Because I have a state employee, and you don't live here anymore. Okay.
I could be a state employee. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome back to Behind the Plays.
I don't know if you could be my
3.
kind of state employee.
You're right. I'm not educated enough for that. I am not smart enough for that.
You think I'm smart enough for that?
Yes. 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 You.
I don't know, bro. I've lost pickups 2 years in a row. I can't be that smart. You're going to sit here and tell me that I'm wrong?
I can't do that. I can't legally say that. No, I'm so stoked. Honestly, I've been looking forward to this all day. Actually, all week.
I have too. Genuinely,
honestly,
yes.
I genuinely been super excited. And something has changed in the NFL since we have last talked. The Eagles traded for C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah.
What?
And traded away Jalen Reagor.
Yes, and J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Got rid of both them motherfuckers. Dude.
I'll never forget. Somebody retweeted that because the Seahawks made like a J.J. Arcega-Whiteside hype video.
Yes, and then they released him.
And somebody had quoted the tweet with you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself make a J.J. Arcega-Whiteside hype video.
And then they cut him like a week later.
Like, can we get a shout out for the Vikings?
Dude, yeah, honestly.
Who laughed at the Eagles for drafting Jalen Reagor when they could have taken Justin Jefferson.
Right, and then gave up
and
a
now
fourth
they have
for him.
both. Yeah. Like,
what's even
the
crazier?
Vikings kind of made off scot-free with this. Like, they're just like, we could have gotten this first-round guy. We got him for a fourth-round pick.
Seriously. They did.
Yeah.
But we also have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Quez Watkins.
The Eagles
so
are
I'm not
living
concerned.
their best life.
Oh,
yeah.
That's my alarm to wake up from my nap because I had a headache. All right.
Good morning.
Yeah, that was my 7:45 alarm to make sure I came
and
recorded
it's
with
football season.
But yeah, we are here, guys. Season 3 is officially of the Behind the Plays podcast is officially underway.
Season 3 of the NFL.
That'd be wild.
That'd be wild.
Well, we're gonna kick things off today. Normally we would do wrap up and then predictions, but there's nothing to wrap up as it's week 1.
I know. I can't believe we made it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm actually really stoked for football. I'm really excited for December 18th because that is when the Philadelphia Eagles come into town to play the Chicago Bears. And I think I'm most likely going to that game. Terrified for winners, but...
I wonder if they still have tickets because the Broncos come into Vegas like October 1st, I think. So might have to look into that.
That's like 2 days before I get to Vegas. I come in on October 3rd.
Yeah, you come in on like the 3rd, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to TwitchCon on October 6th.
Yes.
So that week will be a weird, interesting week for us in recording. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
We'll do it live.
We could also just record no, that would be hard. No, because Monday Night Football. Yeah, never mind. It couldn't work out.
You could just record on my setup, and then I'll just lay on the couch in the background.
There you go, and then you'll sync it up.
Here, and I'll just be on my phone.
Right. So
I could just shout my predictions, and we just have one camera for that episode.
I'll come to your house on Tuesday, and we just record live. I bring my microphone so I can hook it up to your stuff. We record live, upload it, and we're good. We're good.
There we go.
That'd be fun.
Call it a day.
So today's on the docket. Instead of wrap up, I believe we're just going to go over playoffs. We're going to go over our preseason or before season playoff predictions. Who do we think is winning the Super Bowl? What do we think the playoff matchups are going to look like? And what is going to be fun about this? I think that preseason playoff predictions are hilarious because last season, I think you lasted up until the conference championship?
Yeah.
Or was it the divisional round?
I almost made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was divisional round. You were conference championship.
My Super Bowl was Chiefs Rams, and that was About a
That
Bengals
almost
away,
happened.
a Bengals away from happening.
That was
in
a
the Super
Bengals
Bowl.
field goal away from happening.
Yeah, like
You
listen,
were almost a prophet.
If my Super Bowl prediction lost on a Shooter McPherson field goal attempt, I'm like, what do I do about that?
What do you do about that?
I got about as close as you can get.
I mean, mine was the OT game from Chiefs Bills because I had the Bills going to the Super Bowl. Because I had the Bills playing
had
the
Bills Bucks or something?
Bills-
Bills Packers, wasn't it?
Bills Packers. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
They
Packers
both
also lost in the divisional round.
with a game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 2 field goals away from or two last-second plays away from making the Super Bowl. Crazy.
I don't remember what I said the year before.
I remember that I butchered that. I said Chiefs. I know I predicted it all throughout the playoffs, and I said the Buccaneers were going to win. Like, when we got to the playoffs, I was like, the Buccaneers are winning. Tom Brady's winning the whole thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. But when we actually, before preseason, I was like, I have no clue. I have no clue what I put. There's a sheet somewhere that has it. I just don't know where that is at this moment in
Yeah,
time.
I'm sure it's around. We could find it.
Anyway, do we want to
Okay.
go bottom to top or top to bottom is more interesting in these scenarios?
Are we doing week 1 predictions or playoffs first?
Let's do the playoffs first.
Okay.
I think those are more fun.
Um.
Oh,
let's
I
go
didn't make a
bottom to
week
top.
by week one. Oh, well, time to make a copy while you're talking.
There you go. Okay, bottom to top. So, I think let's start with our seeding. Who we think are the top 7 teams.
Okay.
Who we think will make the playoffs from each of the AFC, NFC. We'll talk about the matchups then, and then kind of lead that into divisional round to conference championship to Super Bowl.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we always start in the AFC. This is the
Always.
NFC's turn. This is the NFC season.
Yeah.
How about that?
The
Okay, let's start
NFC
in
is the NFC is also less interesting from bottom to top.
I disagree. I think
In the
NFC
sense
is
of
pretty interesting.
not as many good teams.
Yeah, I think the fact of the NFC is that a 7th team needs to make the playoffs.
Dude, I'd argue a fucking 6th and 7th team need to make the playoffs.
Yeah, you could make that argument too. Like there are 4 to 5 good to mediocre good
Yeah.
to average teams in
Yeah.
the NFC.
Yeah.
Everybody else feels like they're a step behind.
Correct.
Like everybody's high on the Cowboys, who everybody's high on. I think the Vikings a little bit.
The Vikings, the Saints, those types
The
of
Saints
teams.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start with this. Who are your
Okay.
cusp teams? You're almost make it to playoffs. out of the
Almost
NFC
make
teams.
it?
Like maybe your 8, 9, 10 seeds. Basically.
My 10 is a 7-win team. So does that count?
Then talk about your realistic playoff teams who like almost could.
My 9 and 8. My 9 is a 9 and 8 Saints.
Okay.
My 8 is a 9 and 8 Cardinals.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna have very different playoffs.
Yes.
So that'll be interesting. Okay.
It came down to, I think when I was making my seasons, it came down to week 16, 17, not even capping.
Yeah. So I didn't finish my season, or I did finish my seasons. I finished them in July. I have since changed my opinion.
Of course. Because
So I kind of
many has
just very
changed, so much
quickly
has
did
changed.
like who I think are the top 7 teams in the playoffs right now.
Right.
So I think my cusp teams that almost make it are the Cowboys and the Vikings.
That's very understandable. I think we flip-flop the boys, the Vikings, with the Cardinals and the Saints.
I think so too.
And
Yeah,
I think that's okay.
I think Cardinals. Yeah, I think Cowboys, Vikings are like my almost teams. I think if you look at the rest of the NFC teams, I don't think the Panthers have a shot. I don't think the Falcons have a shot.
Yeah, the
East,
Panthers are
I
my
don't
7
think
and
I don't think the
7 win
Commanders
team.
have a shot, and I don't think the Giants have a shot.
No, not
If
at
you
all.
look at the North, I don't think the Bears have
No.
a shot. Genuinely, the Lions could be my 10. Like, I think they're
Honestly,
close.
I could see it too. I have them winning 6 games, but there were games
could
where I
s-
was like,
yeah,
I could see them winning much more. Like I could see them winning 9 games.
Genuinely, like I'm thinking like a 7-8 win season from the Lions is honestly kind of realistic.
It's realistic. No, that's the I've never thought I'd say that in my life. Like 9-10 feels generous, but I feel like it's not out of this world
Yeah,
because of
And
their
then-
schedule. And that's mostly the reason I have the Cowboys making the playoffs. Their schedule is really freaking easy outside of like
Yeah.
their first 3 weeks.
Don't worry, the Cowboys will fuck it up. I'm sure.
You're not wrong.
And then I mean, out west, I think really the only team without a shot is the Seahawks.
Agreed.
They're rebuilding for sure.
Agreed.
So yeah, okay. So then it seems like you have your 6, 7 are Cowboys, Vikings. So
That
who's your
is not
7?
true.
Oh, okay. Who's your 7?
The Vikings. That is not
Vikings is
totally
your
true.
7. Okay.
Yes, the Vikings are my
Okay.
7th seed. They go 10 and 7. And you're gonna when you see the division leader, I'm gonna talk to you about a bunch of stuff in that division.
Okay.
It's funny for me.
Okay. Yeah, I will need to go through an official, like, week-by-week basis and probably redo this.
Of course.
So maybe I might make some edits to this.
And we might have an edit
We'll
next
see.
week. Asterisk.
We'll
you know?
see. Yeah.
And, we might, when we do our recap of the playoffs, like our actual playoff predictions, I might throw that on TikTok. You got to remind me. I got to start making TikToks for this darn podcast.
Okay, my 7 seed is the Saints.
Okay, that's understandable. The
Yeah.
Saints
I think
were
the Saints and
exactly
the Vikings
one game.
are-
They were one
yeah.
win away from getting into the playoffs against the Vikings. They have a better
And
divisional record.
I think the Saints had a better shot prior to trading
CJ?
CJ to the Eagles, yeah. Like, obviously, that's a hindrance. I'm not going to deny that.
It's a huge loss, honestly.
Yes, but I like the Saints. I think they're a decent team. I think Jameis potentially takes a step forward.
Mike Thomas is back.
Mike Thomas is back. But we've been saying Jameis is going to take a step forward for 7 years now. You know,
True.
It's like, when is he going to do it?
I mean, ever since
don't
the
think-
30 for 30 year, I don't know what else to believe, you know? It's
Yeah,
like,
so.
I think he has its moments, though. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think the thing about the NFC is, I think your 7 seed, your 6 seed are like playoffs teams. There's no way they're making it to the conference championship. I think they
That's
could make
crazy.
it out of the wild card.
That's
maybe.
crazy. My 6 seed
Yeah.
definitely has a chance to make it to the conference championship. And
Mine
you're like,
doesn't.
what
I
the
don't think so.
fuck are you doing?
Okay, so then who is your 6 seed?
The Los Angeles Rams.
Okay, no,
At
that's
11 and
entirely
6.
realistic. That's entirely realistic. Genuinely, the Rams could be a wild card team, which is crazy to think that they were the Super Bowl defending. They're the Super Bowl defending champion.
Yeah, very valid.
Defending Super Bowl champions is how
You're
I
getting
wanted
there.
to phrase that. I got there. It's okay. I don't talk good.
Happens to the best of us, man.
But there are 2 pretty solid teams in the NFC West,
Yes.
in addition to the Rams, the Niners and the Cardinals,
Yes.
who I think potentially could steal some games from the Rams to the
Yes.
point where they are a wild card team. They're like a 10, 11 win team potentially. I think
Believe
it's
it or
realistic,
not-
and I almost sent that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, believe it or not, the 5 and 6 seed actually come down to a week, like 15 or 16 game, and they flip flop if they don't. And there's potential that one of those teams actually wins the division, like the Rams. I have the Rams losing that game, so they actually
Okay.
could have won the division if they would have won that game.
Potentially, yeah.
No, they could have won the division if they
Wow.
won that game. There's no probably. Like I have them winning 5 of their divisional matchups, but they go 11 and 6.
Gotcha.
Because
Okay.
remember last season when
Yeah.
they were looking really bad to start? Not bad,
Right. They
but
started
like
off
they were
with
meh.
like 2 and 4 or something.
Yeah, they were
something
meh,
like
but
that,
they got it together at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I have it
right
the other
around
way
the time
around.
they got Von Miller, OBJ.
Correct. I have them popping off at the beginning of the season. I have them cooling off because it's Stafford. Not that Stafford's bad, but Stafford has lion tendencies still, okay? Not that he's bad. I think Stafford
He
is
got
a
that
very
lion
good
in him.
football player, but he still has his Detroit tendencies, okay?
Yeah, certified Lions. Yeah.
And
okay.
you saw it last season when they lost stupid games.
Yep. Yeah, no. I don't think that's entirely unrealistic.
Right.
The Rams being a wild card team.
Yeah, and they're the 6th seed for me. At 11 and
okay.
6, keep in mind.
I have a different West team, that being the Cardinals.
Okay, understandable. Ooh.
So then who is your 5 seed?
Mine is the Cowboys
Okay.
at 12 and 5. So the Cowboys beat the Rams for me in LA in my predictions
Okay.
because they kind of needed to clutch up. And for once, I was like, you know what? Dallas, I'm going to let you have it this time. I don't know why I feel it in my bones, but I feel like they win that game. I don't know why. So, yeah. So I have them winning that game,
Okay.
which they go 12 and 5, which means if the Rams would have won that game, they would have actually won their division. And if they beat them, they actually flip. If they didn't win their division, right? For example, they'd actually would have been the 2 seed in this scenario instead of the 6 seed.
Yeah.
So that's how that shakes it up.
Okay. My 5 seed is the Niners.
That makes sense. So you have the Rams
Because
winning the division. You have 3
Genuinely,
West teams
I
making
feel
it.
like
Okay.
I feel like the Cardinals are a playoff team. I don't feel
I
like they're
do-
going to win the West.
I do too, but like, I don't know. I feel like I really like the Vikings this year. I don't know why. Like, just
Yeah.
slightly more.
I'm optimistic. I think they're going to have like a 9-win season. I don't know
I
if
could
it's good enough to make
see. The
playoffs.
thing is, I can understand that. I have them winning 10 games, not 9 games. That's
Yeah.
how they squeak in because they win 10 games, not 9 games.
Yeah. So, yeah. Genuinely, in my opinion, I think the 49ers or the Rams win the West. The other team is the 5.
Correct.
I think no
That's
matter how
understandable.
the playoff shakes out. In my
Mine
opinion.
literally came down to them losing, the Rams losing to the Cowboys, or else they would be the division leader, and the other team would be the 5 seed. So
Yeah.
it's right there. So
Yep. Okay, so then your wild cards are the Vikings, Rams,
Cowboys.
My wild card teams are the Saints, Cardinals, Niners.
Yeah.
So then it seems like we share a handful of division winners.
I think we share all of the division
Everybody
winners
but the
outside of
West.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
well, 4
so
seed. I think we have the
4
same
seed
4 seed.
Is the Packers.
Yes.
Okay.
The
I think they're
Packers
best
won
in
the.
I think they're the best in the North, but I think they're the worst division winner.
Correct. I also agree with that statement, and they've won their division at 10-7. They tied with the Vikings, but they beat the Vikings. They won 5 division games instead of 4.
Gotcha.
I think I had the Vikings losing to the Lions in Detroit.
That's
why they
that's
lost.
not entirely unrealistic. I don't think.
That's not far. That's
Yeah.
not wrong, right? That's a pretty valid argument, I think.
Yep.
That's what they lose the division on because they lose in Detroit.
Okay.
They split
I think
with
the Packers are going to be
too.
solid. Honestly, I think the Packers are going to be decent. Are they going to be, the best team in the NFC like they have been the past
No,
few years?
absolutely
No.
not.
Are they
Aaron
going to be
Rodgers is
decent?
great,
Yes. Aaron Rodgers is great.
But
They have
that's
a
a
very,
lot of
very, very
deadlifting.
young wide receiver core.
Unless Romeo
have a
Dobbs
very,
has
very,
like
very young.
a godly season.
Yeah, I'll talk highly of him as long as you want me to. But I think him and Christian Watson, I think, are going to be decent.
I think Christian Watson's hurt though, isn't he?
I thought he's back now.
Oh, he might be. You might be right.
Yeah.
I thought. So those are two. That's young. It's a young
They have
core.
arguably the best running back duo in the NFL. And this is
yeah.
probably Aaron Jones's last year on the Packers because his contract, I don't know if you've seen it, is fucked up.
Yeah. Plus they have AJ
There's
Dillon, who's
no
amazing.
way. Yeah, no way the Packers can keep him next year. So I think this is the last year Aaron Jones will be on the Packers.
I think they are going to go into a real, not a rebuild, but like a retool, kind of sort of. They have
They
young
could
receivers.
potentially retool things, but the good news is
They have
that
Jordan Love. They already have a backup
They have
quarterback.
Jordan Love, and apparently he was really impressive in preseason.
Yeah, he was solid. I watched 2 games. He was not
Yeah.
bad.
So and it's not like if the Packers have to go into a retool or even a rebuild, it's not entirely improbable that the Packers would still lose the division,
Yeah.
Like, you're looking at the awful Bears,
Yes.
and you're looking at the decent Vikings and decent to below decent Lions.
Right.
Like, this
Correct.
is still doable.
No, it's very winnable. It's because it's not even because it's like the NFC East. It's doable because the rest of the teams suck,
Yeah, very much so.
excluding this year alone. Because the NFC East looks much better this year.
50% of it does.
Yes.
I'd argue 25% of it does.
I argue
Because-
that as much as I hate to say it, Washington, if they can stay healthy, actually could be a threat.
Dude, Washington, if they could build a new stadium,
Also
could
true.
be a threat.
Very valid. And honestly, the thing with them is Carson Wentz, whether we want to say it, or whether anyone wants to agree with me or not, is better than Taylor Heineke. I don't care what anyone tells me. He is a better football player. He's not a great football player, but he's better than Taylor Heineke.
My brain's telling me yes. My heart is telling me no.
Yeah, and then like with Terry McLaurin, and they have another really good wide receiver. I can't.
They
think
just
of his name
drafted a wide receiver, Dotson, right?
Yeah, dude's solid. And then like they have Antonio Gibson, and then like
They have Logan Thomas at tight end too.
their defense is phenomenal. It's
Yeah.
just a matter of can they put it all together and stay healthy.
Right. No, I think they're going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that's a risk, and I'm not willing to take that
It's
risk.
very big risk, and
That's
I still
a
have them
bold
winning 6
prediction.
games. I think they have a higher ceiling though than 6 wins.
I do. Yeah.
I think they could win like 10 games.
And
Low
who
key.
knows? We could see some random surprise team too.
Yeah.
Like the Bengals, hypothetically. Like last year's
Yeah.
Bengals,
Yeah.
and I did not see
We did not see that
playoffs,
coming.
let alone Super Bowl coming.
No. The Saints are one of those teams because they have such a weirdly good defense. Even without CJ, they still got Tyrann Mathieu and still
they
have
still
Cam
have a
Jordan in
decent
the front.
defense.
Like,
they still have
that
a
team's
decent
good.
defense. They still have a decent offense. They
Yeah.
drafted Chris Olave.
Yeah. Team
They
solid.
had Mike Thomas. Yeah, like that team's solid. Okay, so we both have the Packers at 4.
Yes.
Who's your 3?
Tampa.
I also have Tampa.
Yes. We're doing great.
We're doing okay. Not bad.
This is great.
I like Tampa, but it just feels like they're vulnerable compared to years past. Like, easily I would have said Tampa's an easy 1-2 seed last year.
Yep.
Year before.
Yep.
Ever since Brady got there.
Yep.
So, Tampa's an easy 1-2 seed. This year I feel like they're a little bit vulnerable. I feel like the Saints are better. I feel like the Panthers are better than they have been. I'm not talking like 7-game win plus
I mean,
better, but better.
they got Baker Mayfield, who is infinitely better than Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And I think that if Christian McCaffrey, again, it's always if Christian McCaffrey can stay freaking healthy, that team is still a threat to win games, like win random games. Because that's how Baker is too, though. Like, he just wins random games because he feels like it. I don't understand it. Baker's wild in that department. So
Yeah, I get you.
yeah, I think they're a threat. Just I have them winning 7 games. They're my 10 seed.
Yeah.
Makes you feel better. But I also don't
Okay.
think they're better than anyway. So yeah, so the Bucks.
I feel
it's
like I feel like Tampa's decent, and they're just not excellent. You know?
they just have an amazing wide receivers. They have like phenomenal wide receiver room. It's just like their O line took a hit, and
They've
then
had a lot of injuries up front.
their defense isn't as good, I believe. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not bad. Like they obviously, I think they're still a division winner. They have Tom Brady on their team, so they're always a Super Bowl contender in my eyes.
Right. I get you.
But it's not. It's still like they're just okay. They're still really good, but like they're just like they could win a Super Bowl, obviously,
Yeah.
because Tom Brady's on the roster and Julio Jones is their 4th wide receiver. So
Yep. Okay. So then I'm assuming we have the same 2 seed.
we don't.
There's no way.
There's no way.
You're that confident?
I'm that confident.
All right.
Anyway, the
Okay.
Niners are my 2 seed.
Okay. The Eagles are my 2 seed.
Yeah, because you have the Rams.
I would have the Rams at 1.
Yeah, and I have the Eagles at 1. Dude.
Okay.
Listen, I need you to understand something very important about the Eagles. And I promise you, this is not... I still have them losing 4 football games this season, okay? I know that does sound like a lot, but I want... You know how bad I just want to be like, win everything, bitches, let's go! Like, no, so realistically speaking, right? I think this team goes as far as Jalen Hurts takes them, right?
Right.
The whole point of their offseason was to upgrade their wide receivers and their secondary, right? That was the biggest thing. Their offensive line all came back. Andre Dillard is on the IR again, but we don't care because he was the 2nd string again. So the O-line came back. Kelsey came back. Johnson came back. Solid. Miles Sanders, Gainwell's going into season 2. Boston Scott. That running back room is knit tight. Solid running back room. The biggest thing they needed was not to have Jalen Reagor as number 2 receiver. And now we have Quez Watkins taking a surge and A.J. Brown. And we added Zach Pascal, who's solid.
And Devontae Smith.
And we already had Devontae Smith. Yes, exactly. Right.
You're thinking like now. Okay.
Yeah. we already had that, man. He's solid,
Yeah,
though.
okay.
Ooh, Suzuki just hit a 2-run home run. Good for Suzuki. Then, big thing was fix the secondary. We brought in Bradbury and C.J. Garner-Johnson. And
I think the Eagles are decent.
that D-line is disgusting. They added Hassan Reddick. They needed freaking linebackers, so they're like, oh, yeah, let's go draft Nakobe Dean from Georgia out of the 3rd round.
That
And
was
got
a
Jordan
steal.
Davis.
And got Jordan. Yeah.
Like,
No, the Eagles are solid. I agree. But
they're so good, Davion Taylor's on the practice squad.
I just feel like Rams and Niners are better than the Eagles, in my opinion.
I don't think the Niners
I feel like they both are.
I think the Niners' defense is. I don't think the Niners' offense is. I think Debo and Kittle are phenomenal players. Do not get me wrong. But, like, I haven't seen enough Trey Lance to be like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's that guy. Because Kyle Shanahan just likes to run the football. So
I believe the Trey Lance hype, and I think that's why
I do
believe
too.
the Trey Lance hype is because of Kyle Shanahan.
I do too. He's my starting quarterback in fantasy. I have to believe in the Trey Lance hype in my dynasty league of all things. So kind of have to believe in the hype. But like,
Yeah, you better believe in the hype.
But it's not that I don't believe in him. I don't believe in him to go out and win football games consistently like that. I think they'll make the playoffs, but we'll see.
Okay.
They're a good team. I think they're a really good team. The Niners are a phenomenal football team. They're my 2 seed at 12-5. Okay, I have them winning. I still have them winning 12 games.
Okay.
But it's
So
like
I think
that Eagles team is freaking crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
they're impressive. So I have Eagles 2, Rams 1.
Yeah, so it's like 2 seed. Oh no, like
Right, devastating.
uh,
Yeah. Okay.
only
So
issue is we would
let's-
play what would we play for you? We'd play the 7 seed.
The Saints.
Oh hell yeah!
You want to go?
Revenge tour, baby!
You want to go through the entire NFC playoff right now?
Yeah, let's do
Might
it.
as well.
Yeah, while we're here.
So my 7 Saints played by 2 Eagles.
My 2 Niners play the Vikings.
Okay. I feel like the Niners win that.
You would think, wouldn't you?
The Vikings are never winning a playoff game.
Dude, I have the upset of the century. I feel the prediction. I don't understand it. I don't know what the logic is. I want to believe in the Niner hype. I literally had the Niners winning this football game, and I was like, you know what? This feels way too cut and dry.
If you didn't
Let's do it.
subconsciously believe in the Niners hype, they wouldn't be your 2 seed.
They are my 2 seed, and they also
They wouldn't
lose in
be
the
your
first
2
round of
seed
the
if
playoffs.
You didn't believe that. No, you're lying. No way.
You can look at my sheet. I put them Vikings winning the
No,
football game.
I believe that's what you think, but I just believe you're wrong.
Now, when we get to the end of when we get to January 15th and that shit happens, what are we gonna do?
I don't listen, dude. If the Vikings beat the 49ers in the Super Wildcard weekend exactly,
That'd be crazy.
okay, then you can document this. I'll give you something. We'll figure that out eventually.
That'd be wild. I would straight
when
up
they
be
don't-
insane. If they don't, I mean, it is what it is, right? Like,
Yeah.
my prediction's much harder here.
Yeah, listen, man. I know I'm right, and I'm not going to take your money. I'm not going to take your livelihood. I'm not going to take your dignity or anything like that. 'Cause I'm just not that type of guy.
Of course.
Okay, so I'm not going to do that to you. But I have none of that left of me, so you can have whatever you want. I'll give you something if that exactly happens.
Vikings, 49ers,
If
wild
the
card
Vikings
weekend.
beat the 49ers in the wild card weekend.
On the road in San Francisco.
All right. Well,
That'd be
my
crazy.
2 Eagles beat the 7 Saints. You're welcome. I did you a favor.
I mean, come on now. That's a given. Come on now. Not really, actually. That Saints team is crazy. I really like that Saints defense. That's all it is.
Okay, my 6 Cardinals would play the 3 Bucks.
Rams at Cardinals. Or Rams at Cardinals. Rams at Bucks are for me. So,
That's a decent game.
yeah, that's a really fun game.
I would have the Bucks beating the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are a playoff team. I don't know if they're a playoff.
I actually have the Bucks winning the game too. I really wanted to pick the Rams. I think that's more likely of an upset than the Vikings beating the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Something about Thomas Brady feels weird this season.
It feels off a little
Yeah,
bit.
feels weird. But I'm gonna give him the win here.
Well,
I
he
feel like
did
I'm gonna
miss
come
all
to
that time-
regret this.
He did miss all that time for training camp, but obviously he hasn't gone into detail about what that is. The rumor right now circulating, and I have no basis to this other than just what I've seen.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how true this is, but it seems like it's potentially divorce.
No way.
That's what I've heard.
That's
It's
crazy.
that's like the theory right now, is that him and Gisele Bundchen are getting a divorce, and that's why he missed time.
That's rough, man.
Yeah.
Dang. Sucks, dude. Hopefully that's not the case.
I hope so too. Okay, and my 5 Niners would play my 4 Packers.
Cowboys at Packers.
Please, for the love of God, don't let the Cowboys win a playoff game.
I really didn't want to, but it's the Packers, man. This is like the game of chokers here. Like, what do you want from me? I had to pick one of them to win,
Yeah.
and it wasn't A-Raj.
That's okay. I feel like that's wrong. Between those 2 chokers, I'd pick A-Raj.
Yeah, but you got to also think like the receivers core versus the secondary. I don't think the Cowboys secondary is unbeatable, but I don't like the receiving core against it. Rodgers is great, but like he only can do so much.
What is Dak Prescott gonna do with his receiver core against the Packers?
He has
secondary?
CeeDee
The Packers-
Lamb.
Okay.
That's better than any Packer wide receiver on that
Packers-
list.
Packer wide receiver, yes. Is CeeDee Lamb better than Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes and
You got me
Adrian
there.
Amos?
You got me there. You got me there.
I don't know if that's true.
You got me there. Yeah.
So-
And it's also coming from the same team that decided to run out the clock in their playoff game last season on themselves. So
Well, I don't know if that's Aaron Rodgers' fault. I think
that
that's
isn't
Matt
Aaron Rodgers'
LaFleur's
fault. No, that's Cowboys. No, I'm talking about the Cowboys when Dak won
Oh.
a QB run and it slid and then they didn't freaking
Oh,
spike
yeah.
the ball in time.
What a dumbass.
That was terrible. Mike
Right,
McCarthy needed to be
yeah.
fired on spot for that.
I know I'm sitting here like idiot while I'm got Cheeto dust all over my chest. And I'm, like, 300 pounds. Why
I'm
did
still
you
gonna
just do
pick the
this?
Cowboys, but, like,
Professional athlete.
I wasn't happy about it.
I'm picking the Niners to beat the Packers
Very
for
valid.
all the reasons that you've said. But,
Okay, but obviously
Yeah.
better reasons. I get you.
But yeah, because
Niners are a better
my-
football team.
yeah, my choker Packers aren't playing a bad football team.
You got me there.
Okay, so NFC Divisional Round. My 5 Niners would play my 1 Rams.
My 1 Eagles will play the 7th-seeded Vikings.
Please, for the love of God, tell me the Eagles win that game.
You really... Okay, come on. 38-7. You really think I'm going to talk about the Eagles not beating the Vikings? in Philly.
Yeah.
We've gone this route already.
Okay. Just
We've
making
been
sure.
down this road. I can't. Okay, realistically speaking, right? Let's say I picked Niners and I picked the Packers, right? We would have Niners, Eagles, and then Cowboys, Packers. I still feel like my conference finals is the same. The Niners are more likely to beat the Eagles, though.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
All right. So, believe it or not, your 7-seeded
The Vikings
Vikings
Cinderella
don't make it
story
far in the
goes here.
playoff, Yeah. Okay. I have my 5 Niners beating my 1 Rams.
Valid. I don't have my 5 seed winning because the Cowboys are chokers, and they're going to lose to Thomas Brady.
Okay. I have a similar story,
Okay.
but this one breaks your heart.
Why?
Because I would have my 3 Bucks playing my 2 Eagles, and I think the Bucks win.
Oh, you have Bucks versus Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Eagles own Tom Brady in the playoffs, so I have the Eagles beating the Bucks.
No, the Eagles own Tom Brady exactly 1 time in the
Exactly,
playoffs.
exactly. We don't talk about last year. We weren't ready for him last year. This
Like, what does
is
that mean?
This is a revamped Eagles team.
Dude, Eli Manning owns Tom Brady in the playoffs. It doesn't
Also
mean
true.
Shit.
Also true. Like, he got
Doesn't
two.
mean
Of,
shit.
he got
like,
2 of them rings.
No, yeah.
He got 2 of them bitches. I think the Eagles go to the Super Bowl this year. They went all in for a reason.
I think it's entirely possible. Okay, so then my conference championship would be my 5-seeded Niners in Tampa for my 3-seeded Bucks, which is weird.
Yeah, I got the 3-seeded Bucks playing the 1-seeded Eagles in Philly. I Philly win. I already said that.
Okay, I have the Niners winning.
That's a valid argument. I really think that the Niners are a good team. I
do too.
don't know what it is about the Vikings. I don't know what matchup is there. I'm feeling the sauce. You got to
was
throw in an
literally just
upset
about
every
to
once
say-
in a while.
I was literally just about to say, if you think the Niners are a good team, you wouldn't have had the Vikings beating them in the wild card.
Yeah, it'd be Eagles Niners would be really fun in the conference championship though. I'll
think
tell you
so,
that
too.
much. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that much.
That almost
like-
happened for me.
In a realistic world, right? In a more realistic world, I think Niners beat the Vikings. I actually think the Rams would end up beating the Bucks. And the Packers beat the Cowboys, right? Let's just say that's the universe we live in, right? The Eagles would play the Rams in the next round of the playoffs. And then it would be Niners or Bucks at Niners. I think Niners win. I think the Eagles win. I say that very loosely because Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey are very scary football players. But there's no OBJ, so it's fine. And then it's Eagles Niners, and that's a game. That's a really fun conference championship if it happens this year.
Yeah.
Because Hurts versus Lance would be wild. That'd be really fun.
Okay, so I have the 49ers going to the Super Bowl as it stands right now from the NFC.
We're flying. We're flying. We're going to Arizona. We're flying from Philly all the way to Arizona.
Alrighty. Let's talk a little AFC action.
All right. I feel like
Now, I
my
had a very-
predictions are very, very like.
I had a very
Cut and
hard
dry.
time with this.
So did
Very
I.
hard time with this. Okay, who are your cusp teams?
Dude,
who are your almost
I have
teams?
11 to 8 feel like Cusp teams. Okay.
Sure.
The 11th is the Ravens at 9 and 8.
Yeah, if that's your 11 team, then there are a lot of cusp teams.
Yeah, at 9 and 8. Okay.
Okay.
The Steelers at 11 and 6. The Titans at 11 and 6. Are
You
8.
have 11 and 6 teams missing the playoffs?
Yes. The Dolphins are the 10 seed at 10 and 7. I've missed them.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
So those are my Cusp teams.
Okay, so you Ravens, Steelers, Dolphins.
Ravens, Dolphins, Steelers, Titans in that order.
Okay. In no particular order, I agree. Ravens, Steelers, Titans.
Okay.
It really, this is the weird. I have so many mixed feelings right now, but it hurt to do this. I think the Raiders are a cusp team.
It's hard. I honestly,
hard.
you want my honest opinion? They made the playoffs by 1 game.
I think if they make the playoffs, it'll be that close.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Raiders are that close.
I'm letting you know right now, all of my AFC teams that make the playoffs are 12 and 5 teams.
And genuinely, I think the reason I don't have them in playoffs because I did this in you were here a minute,
Yeah.
real quick. It's probably anti-Raiders bias. I'll
That's
be entirely
valid.
transparent.
I mean,
They very well could make the playoffs.
I think the Raiders have a harder schedule because they have to play everyone in the NFC West, and everyone got
Yep.
better, including
Yep.
including them. And
Okay.
then they have to play like the second place teams, which were like the Steelers, the Dolphins now who are better, the Titans or the Colts who are much better. Like crazy teams that I think got really good, and then the one-seeded teams got a little bit worse. The Chiefs have a better chance of making it, right? Like the Titans. Like the Bengals aren't worse, but they're not like great either. And then the Bills. So
Yeah. Okay.
those types of things.
One shout out I want to give to, as I think a potential Cusp team or a potential surprise team is the Jaguars.
Okay, you want to know what my surprise team is this season?
Sure.
The Jets.
Okay.
I don't know what it is about them. I'm feeling them.
It's probably right around the time Zach Wilson slept with that mom, but
Dude.
that's probably when I started to like the Jets too.
Might be right. You might be right.
I'm not gonna,
Cougar Hunter Wilson really came out to shine.
I'm not going to jump on that train quite yet.
I only have them winning 6 games, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
like,
So,
I
yeah,
still
I
think
think-
their
Yeah.
ceiling still is higher. It's the same with the
think-
Commanders and Lions. I felt like the ceiling's a little bit higher than that. I still
Right, I
have them
get
winning
you.
this middle.
Yeah, I think a big surprise team could be the Jaguars. I think of the teams that don't make playoffs, I don't think the Jets or Patriots really have a shot.
I have the Patriots finishing worse than the Jets.
Yeah, I think in the North, I think really only the Browns don't have a shot.
Agreed. And that's because
And-
Watson's not playing a full season.
And in the South, I don't think the Texans have a shot.
I don't have
think
them winning a single
everybody
game
in-
this season.
You think 0-17?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I think everybody in the West has a shot.
I also agree with that statement. I don't think there's one team
So
in
then
the West that
who
doesn't have a chance.
is your 7 seed in the AFC?
The Chargers.
Okay, we're gonna have very different playoffs.
Dude, it is really hard. The West is very
It's
difficult.
really hard. I know the West is what fucks us up.
I think they miss playoffs due to like there's like I want you to know that everyone in the in the West, I have them going 3-3 in their division.
It makes sense. They genuinely could split everything.
I literally have them. I just was like, I don't know who to pick. I'm picking them all to win their home games. I have no other opinions besides that.
Yep.
Like it was very
I
difficult for me to
have.
pick that.
I have a 7-seeded Dolphins.
Okay. Well, you have the Raiders missing the playoffs, so
I do. Like
I don't.
genuinely, I think the 7 seed belongs to the Dolphins or the Raiders. I'm pretty confident about everything else.
the Raiders won like a coin flip or won the strength of schedule bullshit, and that's why they got the 6th seed. I did
Okay.
it in a like an actual pick'em, so it did the seedings for me, so I didn't mess something
Gotcha.
up.
Okay. Okay, so then your Raiders are your 6.
Yes.
My Chiefs are my 6.
Okay. It's valid.
Which is weird to say, but yeah, that is valid. Like, the Chiefs are, probably the best team in the NFL for the past 3-4 years.
Right.
But the AFC has caught up to them.
Yeah, and they didn't get better. They lost Tyreek Hill.
Yes, so, yeah.
They're not bad, but they like that. Tyreek Hill's a big weapon.
I don't think they're bad, but I think a few teams are going to pass the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are vulnerable, so I have the succeeded Chiefs.
I will say I think Juju Smith-Schuster is going to have a heck of a year because he's going from Ben Roethlisberger to Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah,
which is a
we
huge
could see-
upgrade.
We could see a big production boost. out of
Him, Marquez, and Mecole are going to be really fun to watch this season.
Have you
Mark
seen
my words.
Have you seen the TikTok that came out?
No.
I think Tyreek Hill went on like Jake Paul something podcast or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And somebody asked him, he's like, "All right, handcuff to Jackson Mahomes for 24 hours, but you get the Super Bowl."
I did see this.
And he's like,
Nah.
"Nah, the Super Bowl's gonna have to wait."
Yep, I thought it was funny.
I was like, Jesus. Yeah. Speaking of Juju,
Right. TikTok.
right? Yeah, he better get along better with Patty than he does Jackson. Let's just keep it at that.
Facts.
Okay, who's your 5 seed in the AFC?
The Chiefs.
I have the Broncos.
Okay. Okay, so your Chargers are winning the division. Okay.
I do.
So,
I'm
all of
very
the-
high on the Chargers.
All of the West teams, not named the Broncos, go 12-5. In my
Okay.
story, the Broncos
it's
get
realistic.
one win better than them at 13-4.
Yeah, dude, the whole AFC is fucking raw.
Dude, it's crazy out here.
Like, we're talking about, like, the Ravens.
And let's just
are,
clarify
like,
that 13-4 isn't even the 1 seed.
I know, relatively, the Ravens are a bad team.
Yeah, and that feels weird
You
to
put
say
the-
because I don't think they're a
you
bad
put the-
team at all.
You put the Ravens in the NFC, and they're an easy 5-6 seed.
Oh, they
you know?
they definitely beat they definitely could beat out like the Vikings or the Cardinals for the
Yeah,
playoffs.
easily.
Or the Cowboys, they could definitely
Yeah.
beat them out. So,
Yeah. Okay, who's your 4 seed? So we're down to just division winners. So your
Correct.
wild cards are the West.
Yes.
So Chargers,
The Chargers, Raiders,
Chargers,
Chiefs.
Raiders, Chiefs.
Yep.
Okay, I have Dolphins, Chiefs, Broncos.
Right.
Okay, who's your 4?
The Colts. They're the only team that wins 11 games in this entire playoff, and the only reason they win 11 games and make the playoffs is because they won their division.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Colts have a. I'm not going to commit to an NFC East situation, but I feel like they're going to win their division, be the 4 seed, and be worse than the wild cards.
It's like the North.
Yeah. Like, maybe in my scenario, I think maybe the Colts are better than the Dolphins, but the Colts are worse than the Broncos. The Colts are worse than the Chiefs.
I think the Colts are
But they
worse
could
than
win.
every AFC West team
I agree.
and the other division winners.
Yeah. So yeah,
I think that
the
if they were to
the Colts
reseed
are the
it
worst
as
team that makes the playoffs. Like, if they were to
Yeah.
reseed it without considering division winners, the Colts are a 7 seed, maybe not even a playoff
right,
seed.
I agree with
Yeah.
that whole statement. And I felt
somebody's gotta win the South.
really bad leaving the Titans out because I love Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
but I despise their wide receivers. I don't know what it
I
is
like
about the
their wide
receivers.
receivers.
It's
I
weird.
like-
They're
I
all
like
young.
Bob Woods. I like Traylon Burks.
Outside of Rob Woods, I like them, but I feel like they're not what they've been.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird. So Derrick Henry's gonna have to play. He's gonna have to be a workhorse. But what else is new?
Yeah.
But yeah, they just barely miss playoffs. They both go 11-6. In my story, they won the conference record is the reason the Colts get in the playoffs.
Okay.
Because
Who's
they
your
have
3
to.
seed?
The 3 seed are the Cincinnati Bengals.
I also have the Bengals as the 3 seed.
Cool. It's a good team.
Because I feel like
They
they're the best
retooled.
team in the North.
Agreed.
They're just worse than the other teams.
Yeah, of course. They retooled. They got better. It's plain and simple.
I think so too.
2 seed.
This is where I have the Chargers.
This is where I have the Broncos. So we have pretty much the exact same, for the most part, the exact same playoffs.
Yeah, our wild cards are fucked up, but we have the same
Uh,
idea. Colts, Bengals.
Yeah.
It seems like Colts, Bengals, West, Bills.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay, so
I
then
think the Bills are the
we're- yeah.
best team in the NFL.
I agree.
Like, it's crazy. That team is disgusting.
Yeah, the Bills are nuts. Yeah. So I agree. I think the Bills are the best team in the West. I think they win the East
Yeah,
pretty much without much competition.
yeah. Broncos won their West by a game. That's how close I think the West is going to be this season.
Yep. Okay. So then playoffs wise, games wise, I would have my 7-seeded Dolphins playing the 2-seeded Chargers.
I have the Chargers at Denver. That's a nutty first round freaking game.
That's a nutty first round.
I had a tough time with this game. Like, it was extremely difficult to pick this game. I picked the Broncos only because they got the home game.
Okay. I'm picking the Chargers because they're better than the Dolphins.
I mean, that's just
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
both teams are really good, basically. I just picked
Yeah.
the Broncos.
All right. I have my 6 Chiefs playing my 3 Bengals.
Raiders at Bengals.
I have my Chiefs winning.
I have the Raiders winning.
Okay. So we think the
Wow.
Bengals.
Look at us.
I don't think the Bengals are a bad team, but I
Neither
think
do
there
I.
are teams in the AFC better than them. Like,
Yeah, the West is just good.
Realistically, 9 times out of 10, the Bengals shouldn't have gone to the Super Bowl last year.
Right. They
Like,
literally
listen,
won
I'm
off
glad
of like
they did. I'm glad they did because the Bengals make me happy. Joe Burrow makes me happy. I just like him. I'm glad they went to the Super Bowl, but 9 times out of 10, if you're talking like a strictly based off of skill and statistics, they shouldn't have.
Yeah, they won 2 games off of game-winning field goals.
Yeah. So
One in
I'm gonna,
overtime.
I'm going to assume that statistics don't lie, and the Chiefs should win this game.
And then what, like a Tannehill meltdown in the wild card?
Yeah.
He threw like 3 picks. So,
Yep.
yeah. They everything fell in line. You have to have a little bit of luck to win a championship. Just
Yes.
purely, I know that wholeheartedly. The Rams were in the Super Bowl because of a lot of skill, but luck as well. So that's how it works.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I have my 5 Broncos taking on my 4 Colts.
5 Chiefs at 4 Colts.
Broncos win.
Chiefs win.
Okay. Colts lose.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah, we have literally exactly the same, except you have the Chargers still in the playoffs. I don't at this point.
Yep. You
So,
have the Raiders instead
yes.
of the Chargers.
Yeah, but the
we
Chargers
agree
played
it's
the
the-
Broncos, the Raiders played the
So
Bengals.
we
So
agree
it's
it's
kind of
the
like
West and the Bills.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Raiders at Bills.
I have Chiefs at Bills. Which is exciting.
That's a crazy game.
Yeah.
Holy, in the divisional
In the
2.0,
divisional round.
except Buffalo gets the home game this time.
Yeah, and Buffalo gets the win this time.
Buffalo also beats the Raiders. There's no way the Raiders roll into Buffalo and win. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They're cracked, but nah. Buffalo's insane. Von Miller's out for blood.
Yep. Okay. I have my 5 Broncos playing my 2 Chargers.
Chiefs at Broncos.
Ooh, that makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me scared but happy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have the Broncos losing, though.
That's realistic.
I think the
Because
Broncos could win it, but it's like...
I very nearly had the Broncos losing this game, but here is the reality I faced, okay?
Okay.
And I cheated a little bit.
Okay.
Broncos or Chargers, whoever wins this game
Uh-huh.
probably loses to the Bills next round.
Agreed.
So I gave it to the Broncos.
Okay.
Because of
Understandable.
bias.
Understandable. I picked the Broncos to beat the Chargers just because they had the home game. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
this
in
one,
this scenario,
I felt like
LA
the Chiefs
has a
win.
home game.
Yeah, in this one, I felt like the Chiefs
LA
win.
does have a home game, so.
That's all it was.
Yep. Okay, my conference championship is the Broncos at Bills.
Bills
win.
Chiefs at Bills. Bills win.
In conference championship, nice. Okay. Okay, so then your
We have
Super
pretty
Bowl is
similar
Bills,
AFCs. That's
Eagles.
interesting.
My Super Bowl is Bills Niners.
Yep, Bills Eagles, Bills Niners.
Who wins the Super Bowl? Bills Eagles.
We both have the Bills winning the Super Bowl, correct?
We do.
Okay. I have the Bills winning. As much as I love my Eagles, I'm going to be crying on February 12th.
Yep. Okay,
So,
give me
it's
a
okay.
score. Why not?
Dude, I think it's going to be like 31-17.
You think it's that bad? Okay.
I don't think we do well. Jalen
Then
Hurts
again,
in the...
I think that, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be
fair.
that
It is
great.
the-
31-17 is realistic.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 30-24.
Yeah, 31
Bills beat the Niners.
Listen, all I'm saying, though, is if the Eagles get to the Super Bowl, right,
Dub.
and we play... I don't even care what else happens. That's a win, right? Because that means everything worked, okay? Even if we lose, we can all be disappointed, right? But we still got there, which is a lot to say from the Philadelphia Eagles after what happened last season.
What do we do if the Broncos and the Eagles are in the Super Bowl?
I'm flying to Las Vegas on February 12th, and we are having a Super Bowl party where we live stream the podcast.
Okay.
That's like the only option.
Believe and get the women out.
True.
We have to.
Valid.
We're
Valid.
special guests on their podcast.
Yeah, exactly. It's
We'll get Katie to-
women's podcast day,
We'll
and
get
there's
Katie to
we're
dress
special
up
guests.
in we can get Katie to do Eagles stuff and Crystal to do Broncos stuff.
That'd be an adventure, wouldn't it?
That would be an adventure. Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
They'd be like, wait, what? Who's what?
Wait a minute. That would be fun as shit.
That would be a
Oh
great
my
time.
god.
Dog, if we get Eagles Broncos, I'd literally be. That is like a fever dream. We've had that
Dude,
fever dream for a
I'm
minute
telling
now.
you, that's like Yugi Moto, Joey Wheeler in the finals of the
I swear.
Duelist Kingdom tournament.
I swear.
You
It's
used
like
to
one of
be
us
my
gets-
brother.
Right.
And now we have to fight each other.
It's like we both are. One of us is for sure gonna be disappointed, but like we're both gonna be happy for each other. It's like weird, you know.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't be your
sad?
friend anymore. I'm kidding.
Season 3 is the last season of the podcast.
Yeah, season 3 is the
That's it,
last
guys.
podcast, courtesy of Devastation.
All right.
The podcast dies by devastation.
That'd be wild.
All right.
I hope it happens.
I'm taking
I
the
really
day
do.
off. I'm taking the day after off.
Might have to call
If
out
the
that
Broncos
day.
are in the Super Bowl playing the Eagles,
Yeah.
yes.
Might have to put in my put in the vacay day that day
Yeah.
just for the culture. All right. So
Alrighty.
week 1
Week 1.
literally
Yes, that's our
starts
playoffs.
in 2
Let's
days.
see how-
2 days from when we're recording
That's
this.
crazy, dude. Football season's back. I'm so excited. College football's back right now.
Uh huh.
Nevada is 2-0.
Nice.
So
Did you see what
we're
happened to
rolling.
LSU?
I did.
Oh my gosh, what a game!
You want to know how I know what happened to LSU? Because
What?
Nevada couldn't stop talking about it. And here's the long version of it, okay?
Uh huh.
So, Brian Kelly
Brian Kelly.
is the head coach at LSU.
Of course.
Previously was the head coach at Notre Dame.
Correct.
When he went to LSU, he took exactly one coach from the Notre Dame staff with him to LSU.
Correct.
Do you by chance know who that is?
I don't know the name. I saw it on Twitter like yesterday, and I do not remember what the name is.
Okay, it is a man by the name of Brian Polian,
Okay, that does sound familiar.
who is their special teams coordinator.
Correct. I remember that.
You might recognize the name Polian because of Bill Polian.
Oh.
Is a Hall of Fame executive in the NFL.
Right.
He basically built the Bills that went to 4 Super Bowls in a row in the 90s.
But lost all of them. Yep.
Lost all of them, but that was Polian. That pretty much he was
crazy.
their GM or something like that. He
Okay.
pretty much built that team. Okay.
Okay.
Brian is his son.
Okay.
Before he was the special teams coordinator at Notre Dame, do you want to know what his job was?
He had to have been the special teams coordinator at Nevada.
He was the head football coach.
Oh,
at
he was
Nevada.
he was a head coach at Nevada.
He was our head coach.
That's crazy.
He was not well liked in Reno.
Oh,
So we heard
apparently not.
all about LSU losing that game
That's
because
crazy.
of 2 muffed punts and a missed extra point.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he's the special team day
Listen,
of.
after working with Brian Polian, okay, he's a nice guy.
Of course.
He didn't win a lot of football games, and he was kind of seen as a very angry person.
Of course.
And I don't think that's why it worked out in Reno. I love Brian and his family to death.
Right.
But there is, a sense of ha-ha
Ha-ha. Yeah, of course.
among people that I know.
As it should be, I think.
Yeah. So, there's your story for the day.
I love it.
Speaking of that, speaking of Nevada football, Carson Strong.
It's a free agent.
No, he worked out for the Broncos.
He did?
We'll see.
No
he worked out
way!
with the Broncos, yeah. So we'll see.
He's still on my taxi. I've not dropped him yet. I'm committed to that man for the season.
Malik Reed was traded to the Steelers.
Oh, that's
I don't
right.
know
He
if you
was
saw
traded.
that.
I
That
did.
broke my
I sent
heart.
that to you.
Yeah, that broke my heart.
That made me kind of sad. It was like
I was
right
sad.
after the CJ trade, so I was like, "Let's go!" And I was like, "Oh shit!"
And I'm like, no.
But we have the week 1 matchup, and
Week 1.
we are
which-
donning week 1 as the salty run back week.
potentially, yeah.
No, there's so many connections. It's
There's
great.
a lot of weird stuff, yeah. We kicking off Thursday Night Football. I think the first one is on NBC, but I think starting next week with Chargers Chiefs on Thursday, they're on Amazon Prime now.
Yes, they are.
With Al Michaels doing Amazon Prime?
Something like that. I know it's Amazon
they got
Prime
Al-
on Thursdays.
Yeah, they got Al Michaels to do Amazon Prime.
Nice.
And it seems like, I think it's Mike Tirico and Collinsworth will do Sunday Night Football.
Right, Collinsworth.
And
I forgot about
I feel
him.
like this happened. I don't remember if this was a thing. Aren't Joe Buck and Troy Aikman doing ESPN now?
Yes, I believe so.
They're doing Monday Night Football?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that,
That's what I
though.
thought.
I might be wrong.
Okay. All right, so we got Bills-Rams, which
Von Miller.
realistically could have been the Super Bowl last year.
Yes.
Realistically could be the Super Bowl this year.
Realistically could.
And we have the Von Miller revenge game.
I think the Rams win this. I have the Rams winning.
I also have the Rams winning this.
It's ring night. You know, it's like
It's ring night.
it's that type of thing. I feel like they kind of have to win.
Bills have to go across the country.
Yeah. It's just
You
one of
know,
those
it's
things. On
like-
Thursday
yeah.
night, too. It's going to be fun. I think Josh Allen's going to have a great game. I think it's going to be a great
listen,
game.
The Bills are the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Are they 17-0 kind of best team in
No.
the NFL? No.
This
Are
is
they
like
14-3, 15-2 best
Yeah.
team in the NFL? Probably.
I have them losing 3 games this season. This is one of them.
I agree.
They aren't
Yeah,
going to have
the Rams.
I don't think they'll have a bad season. They're just going to lose this game. That's
agree.
okay.
Like, genuinely, I think, like, if you look at the Bills' next handful of games, I think they're all winnable till week, 9
Yeah,
or something.
I think I have them losing this game, the Chiefs game, and one other game. One random game. I think they have them losing to, like, the
I
Dolphins
can
or
see
something
them
like
losing,
that.
like, a Dolphins game in
Yeah.
Miami or something.
I think that's exactly what it was. I think it was this game, the Chiefs game, and the Dolphins game. I think that was it.
Okay. All right, so that's Thursday Night Football. We have the Rams beating the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Sunday morning, Eagles at Lions.
Woo! Darius Slay running back to Detroit, guys.
The Darius Slay revenge game.
And he definitely gets his revenge. Dude, the freaking Eagles
yeah,
murder the
Eagles-
Lions. I am
Listen.
ready for it.
I love the Lions. I'm optimistic about the Lions. I don't think they're better than the Eagles.
Can we talk about we beat them 44-6 last season. Last season. We're much better now. This
Yeah, I
is
mean, like,
this
if
is
you
like a
look at the
tune-up game.
If you look at the next handful of games for the Lions, I think they're all winnable. I don't think this one is.
Not at all. Not at all. They could beat the Vikings. I think they actually could beat the Vikings. And then
They
in
could beat
week
the Vikings,
3
they could
and
beat
then
the
Commanders. Absolutely.
They could beat the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Week after, they could beat the Patriots.
Yeah.
Week after that, they're on bye.
I think they're
Week
bye
after
week.
that,
They could beat their bye week.
Cowboys.
They could beat their bye week.
They better beat their bye week. Cowboys is winnable.
Dolphins is
a
questionable.
toss-up. Yeah, probably not, but
Packers is
Packers
winnable at
probably
home.
Not.
It's at home. That one's winnable.
That's fair.
The one on the road is not winnable, I think.
Bears is winnable.
Very winnable.
Giants is winnable.
Very. Yeah, they have a
Bills
great,
on
they have a
Thanksgiving
kind of an
probably
easy.
isn't.
Yeah, they don't beat the Bills on Thanksgiving. Sorry.
Listen, like, I'll never forget a Family Guy bit. It was some kind of Family Guy episode.
Yep. Something about
Yep.
the he falls into
Where
the
they-
lion pit and he
Yeah,
goes,
they-
"Aren't you
they
guys supposed
had
to be
to go-
losing a game on Thanksgiving?"
Yeah, they had to go find a turkey like last minute or something like that. They end up at the zoo and Brian ends up in the lion pit and they're like, "It's Thanksgiving. Aren't you supposed to be losing a football game right now?"
That's
The
always
Lions
funny.
don't win on Thanksgiving.
It's
I'm
always
sorry.
funny. They almost won last year to the Bears. They lost on a game-winning field goal.
Yep.
Anyway, speaking of the Bears,
Speaking of the Bears, they
Niners
don't
at
lose to the
Bears.
Niners.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. No revenge tour this game, as far as I know.
As far as I know, not at all. But they're not going to win, so.
Yep.
Yeah. 49ers
This is a fun matchup.
Steelers at Bengals.
Steelers at Bengals.
This is actually a really fun Week 1 matchup.
Who the Steelers have now confirmed that Mitch Trubisky is the starter.
Correct. And I actually
For
think
how
that's
long,
fine.
we'll see. I agree. That's the right decision.
Correct. I think Kenny Pickett is solid, but not today.
No, he's not ready to start yet. Ask me Week 10 or something.
Right. We'll see how everything looks then.
Yeah. I think I could see Kenny Pickett having a Trey Lance or a Patrick Mahomes type of year.
Next year.
Get some garbage time playoffs and pop off next year.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I have the Bengals winning this game.
Yep.
The Steelers defense is insane, but the Bengals offense is also insane.
Okay. Patriots at Dolphins. I also have the Bengals winning, by the way.
Yeah. Dolphins. I don't think this feels like a no-brainer to me. It's in Miami.
This doesn't feel like a no-brainer to me.
Why?
Because so many things went weird about this, okay?
Okay.
The Dolphins are better than the Patriots.
Agreed.
The Dolphins beat the Patriots in Miami every year, regardless if the Patriots are the best team in the NFL or not.
Correct.
But Bill Belichick has a near flawless record of beating first-year head coaches.
Not this year.
So, not this year. I agree. The Dolphins win, but I did have a tough time with that one.
Yeah, I get you, though. That makes perfect sense.
Yep. Okay. Browns at Panthers. This is,
Fun.
weirdly enough, only the second most important revenge tour game this year.
Yeah, Baker!
Honestly, this is probably the best revenge tour game.
This is the best revenge game. 100%.
Yeah, revenge game in terms of revenge, yes.
Yeah.
And Baker's going to smack up the Browns.
You have the Panthers winning too? Let's go! Oh, Baker's going to tear these motherfuckers apart, bro!
I don't have the Panthers winning too many games, but I have the Browns winning less of them.
Same!
This is one of the games the Panthers win.
I you know what? I love when we're on the same page in these ones because it's more fun.
Yeah.
The Panthers are about to roll in here with a healthy Christian McCaffrey and say, about to clap them, bro.
Exactly. I know. That's what's great about this Panthers team is it's not week 4 yet. So,
Baker's going to beat them. Then afterwards, go film a State Farm commercial in the new stadium. Ready. Or Allstate? Is he Allstate? State Farm? Allstate? What is he with?
I don't know. At home
Progressive?
With Baker Mayfield. At home with Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that's all I care about. Just go film a commercial afterwards and show off the win. You know, it's not home until you win a game at home. Boom.
I got to be the only person who recognized this, but this is the Baker Mayfield Austin Corbett reunion because they were both in Cleveland.
That's crazy. That's wild.
A lot of people don't remember that Corbett was in Cleveland. I do.
I do not.
Pepperidge
Farm remembers.
The Browns drafted Corbett.
Yes, that I know.
He was the
33rd
pick.
Yeah.
They traded him like midway through his second year to the Rams.
That's right. That is correct.
And here he is becoming a king.
Look at him balling out.
So it's his revenge tour as well.
Yeah, him and Baker are like
go
time.
Like, I'll never forget it because that was the season that the Browns were on Hard Knocks. So I actually watched Hard Knocks because I'm like, I'm gonna see Corbett on TV. I know him.
Nice.
And I'll never forget the very first episode. There's a play where Baker throws, like a pretty decent 45-yard touchdown, whatever, right? And he goes up to Austin. He gives him a big old smack on his ass, and he says, "Let's go, Corby." And just hearing Austin into Baker's mic, because Baker was mic'd up at the time, go, yow!
That's perfect. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Colts at Texans.
I mean, Colts win, right?
Yeah, that's no-brainer.
I'm having a hard time finding games for the Texans to win, so this isn't one of them.
I don't have them winning a game, so
I think they could. We'll see how it goes.
This
isn't one of them.
Right.
It's way too risky to say the Texans are going to win a game right now.
Correct.
We'll see. Ask me week 5. We'll see.
We'll talk week 5 because they also have the Broncos next week.
Yeah. All right. Jaguars at Commanders.
This is a tougher game than I wanted to give credit to.
Weirdly enough, yeah.
I gave it to the Jags, though.
I also gave it to the Jags, though.
Look, we are in sync this week so far.
This is another revenge tour game, weirdly enough.
Is it?
I'm sure you know what it is.
I feel like
Dougie P. Carson Wentz revenge tour.
Oh, that's a more fun revenge tour. Oh, that was way more fun. I didn't even think of that one. Oh, man, that's going to be great. This is the best one. No, this is the best one of the week.
And the Eagles cut Dougie P instead of Carson Wentz.
And then traded Carson Wentz in the same
in hindsight, that was probably the wrong decision.
You
It
think?
feels like Carson should have went before Dougie.
I agree, but they also
My
both
opinion.
went, so I don't really care.
Exactly. So I think this is Dougie proving that he deserved a month in Philadelphia longer than Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to the Jags as well.
Yes, sir. I love it. Saints
Yep.
at Falcons.
You know how I roll here. I don't pick the Falcons.
We'd never pick the Falcons. And this is a great
Nope.
season to not pick the Falcons because we're probably going to
Yeah.
be right 14 times at bare minimum.
Probably, yeah.
Saints
So,
it is.
Yeah, I'm picking the Saints because they are not the Falcons.
Yep. Ravens and
I'm
Jets.
picking the Ravens
sorry.
because they're not the Jets.
Also valid. I have the Ravens, but I think this game is a little bit closer than people want to give credit to.
Yeah.
Packers at Vikings.
This is one of the most important games of the week
Yes.
because we both think the Vikings are on the up and up. We think the Packers are declining.
Correct.
Is this the week we see that? Especially since it's in Minnesota.
Fortunately, it's week 1, right?
Exactly.
I wish it was like week 8, but it's
Yeah,
not.
if this
so,
was week 8, I'd feel more confident in saying Vikings win.
Yeah.
But right now, I think I'm going to go with Packers win.
I'm going to go Vikings. The Packers lost their first game of the season last year due to some crazy stuff, too. And it was a bad team. I think it was a bad team that they lost.
It
I
was
don't
the
remember.
Saints. They got smacked up, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yes, they lost
They had to
38 to 3.
They had to play in Jacksonville because of the hurricane.
Yes. So I'm going to go with
I
Vikings.
remember that. Okay, that's not irreasonable.
Mm.
Okay, Giants at Titans.
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 Derrick
not the
Henry
Giants.
runs the Giants over.
Yep, they're not the Giants. So
Raiders at Chargers.
another great game. Raiders.
Woo!
Anytime we're gonna get an AFC West matchup this year, it's a great.
This
game.
isn't even on prime time because the two primetime games I feel like are still really cool.
I feel like this should have been Sunday Night Football, but
I would argue with you on that statement, but I understand why Bucks at Cowboys is as well.
I agree too because this is the Bucks, this is Tom Brady, this is the Cowboys,
Dallas.
and
It's
the
in
Cowboys,
Dallas.
The Cowboys are never not going to be on Week 1 Sunday Night Football as long as Jerry Jones's crypt keeper ass is still the president of the Cowboys.
Right. I am going.
Maybe the day he croaks, they decide
True.
let's put the Cowboys on an afternoon game.
We'll put them at 4:15 instead of night football.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Chargers. Like I said, right now I have all the home teams winning in the AFC West.
I'm going to go with the Chargers as well because I feel like they're better than the Raiders, even though it's close.
I also think the Chargers are still salty about the Week 18
About
fiasco.
the game last week, yeah.
So that should be
They
fun.
should have been Sunday Night Football.
It should have.
It should have
should've.
been Sunday Night Football.
I'd argue maybe even Monday night, but I understand. I like the Monday night matchup very
Yeah,
much.
Monday night needs to be Monday night.
I would say flip flop. Maybe keep get Bucks Cowboys needed to go. One of them needs to be.
One of them needed to go, yeah.
Chiefs at Cardinals is also insane.
But it also makes sense why they didn't put
Yes.
3 out of the 4 AFC West teams in primetime
True.
games this week.
But you argue every AFC West matchup might deserve prime time this season.
Theoretically, yes.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Chiefs at Cardinals. I have the Chiefs winning. I think the Cardinals are good, but like
I agree. I think the Chiefs are good. I think the Cardinals are good. Chiefs, I think, win, though.
I will say though, the Cardinals are. If you could put money on anyone to win a Super Bowl or to win a Super Bowl, I think Arizona Cardinals, as the Super Bowl is in Arizona this year, and we've had the last 2 Super Bowl winners play in their own stadium, so who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway,
Okay.
speaking
Sunday
of
Night
Sunday
Football.
night, yeah, Bucks at Cowboys. I think the Buccaneers roll into Dallas and win. I love the Cowboys this season.
I don't.
I don't know why I love the Cowboys this season, as much as I freaking hate the Cowboys as an Eagle fan. But I do have the Bucks winning this game.
I have the Bucks winning because I don't like the Cowboys, and I don't think they're a good team.
I think the Cowboys have an easy schedule.
I think they do, too.
Their first 4 weeks are weird because they play the Bucks, then the Bengals, then they play the Giants, Commanders.
Yeah. So the Cowboys should come out of this 2-2.
They should.
And if
But
they
I
come
bet
out
you that
3-1,
Monday,
that's a dub.
bet you that Week 3 Monday Night Football game is going to look real silly
Yep.
because it's Monday night in New York. So we'll see. But I have the Bucks winning this game.
Alrighty. On Monday Night Football. Broncos.
The greatest salty
in
run back
Seattle.
game of the week. Russell Wilson, Week
Wilson's-
1 heads to Seattle.
Russell Wilson returning to Seattle, this time wearing, well, in this case, white, but orange.
Whew.
I mean, there's no way the Broncos lose, right?
I hope not.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. Got you. Definitely Denver. I have Denver winning this game.
I have Denver winning as well.
But Drew Lock revenge game is fun. He's not
Geno
starting,
Smith
though.
is
Geno
starting.
Smith's starting. Geno Smith's going to
So-
break his leg in the first
So
quarter.
We're gonna call this.
I
the
hope he
Noah
doesn't
Fant
break his
revenge
leg. Maybe he
game.
could
How about
just,
that?
like, get a sore ankle and have to sit for
How
the
about
rest
we
of the
call
game.
this the Noah Fant revenge game?
There you
All
go.
in a
Noah
wash.
Fant revenge game.
There we
That's
go.
even better. Who else did they trade in that deal? They gave.
Shelby Harris.
There you go.
The Shelby
Harris revenge game. He's going to sack Russell Wilson twice this game.
No, please don't.
Just twice. Just twice. That's the only 2 sacks of the game.
What do you
That's
mean just twice?
Just
dude?
twice.
Russell Wilson needs no. Russell Wilson's lived a lifetime in Seattle. He needs to come out of this season with 0. Okay, the Broncos
valid.
just extended him for 5 years. I would like both of his knees to remain intact for all 5 of those years.
Valid. But yeah, that's week 1.
Especially
I think
since
the
he's
only
already the 3rd greatest quarterback in franchise history, and he hasn't even taken a snap yet.
dude's going to he's going to win a couple playoff games. He's like, all right, you are second now on the list.
Yeah, fucking right. Dude, I don't know. Listen.
Elway
Russell
and Manning
Wilson
is
probably,
hard, bro.
If Russell Wilson wins the next 5 Super Bowls, there are genuinely going to people be like, but Peyton, but Elway, you know?
But, like,
Peyton
Manning only won 1, right?
By people, I mean me. He won 1 with the Broncos.
Yeah, he took him to 2 and then he got blown out by the Seahawks and then bodied the Panthers, right? That's what happened?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
He didn't body the Panthers. Von Miller did. But
Valid. Even more valid. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
so-
Peyton Manning's cool and all, but, like, if Russell Wilson wins 2 Super Bowls with
if
this...
Russell Wilson wins 2 Super Bowls, he probably passes Peyton as best in Broncos history.
Correct.
Broncos history.
That's what I'm saying.
NFL history, no.
No, Peyton Manning is still better than Russell Wilson even with those 2 Super Bowls because of his Colts
Yep.
tenure. So, but that's just how it is.
Okay. Better than Elway? No, not with 2.
Probably not.
You when Wilson wins 3,
We'll have a
maybe
conversation.
we'll have that conversation.
All right, so I think
But
we
you're gonna
had...
have a hard time convincing Broncos fans that Elway isn't the greatest thing to ever happen to the state of Colorado.
Valid. Carmelo Anthony had the chance. He really did. Darn Mello.
Okay, so it seems like we have everything but Packers Vikings.
Correct. Because running it through one more time, I have Rams, Eagles, Niners, Bengals, Dolphins, Panthers, Colts, Jags, Saints, Ravens, Vikings, Titans, Chargers, Chiefs, Bucks, Broncos.
I have Rams, Eagles, Niners, Bengals, Dolphins, Panthers, Colts, Jaguars, Saints, Ravens, Packers, Titans, Chargers, Chiefs, Buccaneers,
Yep.
Broncos.
It's exactly the same. And you guys get to start with a primetime game. Look at you.
We do, dude.
You get 3. You get a primetime game every other week to start this season.
Yep.
Wait, you get 4 in 6 weeks.
Yes, we do.
You get Monday night this week, none next week. Sunday night football week 3, none week 4, even though you guys play the Raiders in LA. Week 5, you guys have Thursday night. And then week 6, you guys are at Chargers on Monday night.
Yep.
What the hell?
Week 14, we have Chiefs in Denver as well on Sunday night. And those are our primetime games this year.
Where's our Oh, we have
And
a Monday.
technically
We
we have
literally
the
play the
Chris-
Vikings on
technically we
Monday
have
Night
the-
Football next week.
Technically, we have the Christmas game
Do you guys really?
in LA. Yeah.
Nice.
We have a Christmas game. It's not Sunday Night Football that week, but, you know, like,
Still
believe it
fun.
or not, the Lions get a primetime game by default because they're on Thanksgiving. As far as I'm concerned, that's a primetime game for the Broncos.
That is a primetime
You're
game.
playing on Christmas.
I argue that's a
So, like-
primetime game. It's going to be on TV.
It's going to be on TV.
National TV at that.
It's going to be on everybody's TV. Well, besides the people who are watching basketball as they should be.
Yes. And those people are me.
Listen, I'm a football guy till the day I die. I'm not a big basketball guy, but even the Lord knows
Yes!
you watch the NBA on Christmas.
That's what I
That-
think we had this conversation. I'm like, you guys are
we had this
crazy for
conversation.
thinking
So
this.
we get Thanksgiving.
Yes. All
Yeah,
for it.
We'll get Thanksgiving. You should be watching basketball on Christmas.
Valid. And you know who has a Christmas game this year?
This is the
Oh, the Mariners have a second Christmas game in a row.
Nice.
No, and let's hope everybody doesn't have COVID this time because half our team was out with COVID last Christmas.
I know we're gonna have to spend Christmas with the families, and me and my mom are probably gonna be like, "All right, but was the Broncos game on yet?" Or
That's
I
gonna
might
be
be
kinda
losing to the Rams probably.
See, the Eagles we have a lot of primetime games this season too. We have week 2. We play the Vikings on the doubleheader Monday Night Football with Titans Bills and then Vikings Eagles, which I'm actually really excited about. We have week 6. We both have primetime games week 6.
I'm saying.
Wait, you guys play the Chargers, we play the Cowboys. What is
Yeah,
this week
that's not
6?
bad.
That's crazy.
That's not. a
We have
bad week
Sunday
for us.
Night Football. I'm so stoked. We have Monday Night Football week 10 against the Commanders at home. Sunday Night Football against the Packers at home, week 12.
That's it.
Is that the only one we got? Damn, that's it. That is it.
So you guys have what, 4?
1, 2,
3, 4.
3, 4. Yeah, that's not bad, though. I take those.
It's not bad.
We take 4 primetime games.
Listen, bro, I've earned 7. I had 1 last year. And it was a Thursday night game against, like, the Browns or something.
I think we got 2, and the only reason we got the second one was because we played the Cowboys.
Right.
That's just how it rolls.
Birds and the Boys will be on primetime one week, and will be a 4:15 game the second week.
It's always Birds
every time.
because it's always the one in Dallas that's the primetime game. It's never the one in Philly.
This year it is.
I know, because we're good. Feels so good, dude.
When is the one in Dallas?
I think it's week 17 or something stupid like that. No, we don't play in week 17. We don't play in week 18. When do we play the... Oh, it's in week 16.
16.
There it is.
That's right.
That's
You're
the
like
one.
the Saturday afternoon game because they bumped the normal week to Christmas Eve.
Sorry, but let's be real here, right? Let's be real for a minute, right? There is a chance when they do some if they do some rescheduling, they swap Eagles boys for Packers Dolphins on Christmas.
Maybe.
That might be fun. That would be really fun, actually. Could you imagine we get a double? Can you imagine we get doubleheader Christmas?
That'd be dope.
Dude, we are feasting this season, bro. If we're not good, I'm gonna cry. Like,
I'm gonna be
we're
I'm gonna be
feasting.
devastated if we both end up like 9-8 or something.
Yeah,
Like
we're
shit.
supposed to feast this season. We have so many fun games, and like as an Eagles fan and you as a Broncos fan, we're supposed to be good this season. So I hope it comes to fruition. Knock on wood. I don't think I'm overshooting by thinking the Eagles are a 1 seed, and I don't think I'm overshooting by thinking the Broncos could be a 2 seed. And they make the 2 seed because they win one more game than the rest of the NFC
I think
West.
in my original draft, I did have the Broncos as a 2 seed, but
It's close, dude.
I think I'm way too confident in the Chargers right now.
They're so good. That team is so good.
But I do think the Broncos are the second best team in the West. I think they're better than the Chiefs. I think they're better than the Raiders.
It's Khalil Mack. I think the addition of Khalil Mack makes it crazier to me because they added Khalil Mack with Bosa.
You want to know what it is it's Trevi propaganda.
Trevor,
Okay?
yeah.
That's what this
You know
is.
what? Speaking of the Trev propaganda, I have a tweet that I'd like to before we get you out of here for your fantasy draft.
Oh, shit. What time is that? Is it 8?
Yeah, you got like an hour, I think.
Yeah, I do. It's at 8.
So
Okay.
I got a tweet for you from the Trevor today. He tweeted out for fantasy. And you know what, guys? Here's your daily fantasy segment. For fantasy, do I start Terry McLaurin or Robert Woods?
Trevor tweeted that out.
Yes.
Yes, I did see that.
I said Terry McLaurin, but I'm unsure. He says, I feel like they both have potential to bust. And I'm like, you're
Terry McLaurin or who?
Robert Woods. That's a tough one, right? Because I think talent-wise, Terry's better, but Carson's throwing to Terry, whereas Ryan Tannehill's throwing to Woods.
But the Titans are playing the Giants.
Who are the Commanders playing? The Jags. I think
Jags.
But I don't think the Jags have a good secondary.
That's a good point. It's kind of a wash.
Yeah.
I think I'm starting Terry in our ESPN league with the boys.
I'm starting Robert Woods because I don't have other options.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like my team too much in our league. I have Burrow.
Oh,
and
you're
then I
talking about
have-
the boys league, the
our
ESPN one.
league, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Actually, we play each
We
other.
play week 1.
Definitely.
What
Yeah,
is
we do.
this?
Yeah.
I mean, I had the first pick, so I got Jonathan Taylor. And then in the wraparound, I got Javonte Williams. So I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, that's solid. Yeah, I got auto draft for the first 4 picks or something.
I
like
remember
that. And
that.
it wasn't bad. They gave me Najee. They gave me Diggs.
Yeah. It wasn't
I
terrible.
remember off the top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't hate my team. I have Burrow. I have Najee and Brees Hall. I'm starting right now. Diggs, DJ Moore, and McLaurin.
Do I think Devontae Smith is going to do more than Cortland Sutton in week 1 against Seattle?
Dallas Goedert at tight end.
Yes, absolutely.
You know how much I love me some Dallas Goedert.
I love Dallas Goedert. I didn't even bring him up in our freaking Eagle conversation. That's how crazy that is. That's how crazy that roster is.
Saints D, and then I got Daniel Carlson.
Yeah, my start. I have Trey Lance, Jonathan Taylor, Javonte Williams, Mike Williams, Devontae Smith starting now. I have Dawson Knox, I believe that's his name. Buffalo's tight end.
Dawson Knox.
James Conner, running back for Arizona. Steelers defense, Young Hui Koo. And then I got Cortland Sutton. I have Amon-Ra St. Brown on my bench, and Darnell Mooney, and Tua. and Cordero Patterson. I drafted Tua and
Pickens.
Trey Lance in like rounds 10 and 11 because I was scared that the auto pick was going to snipe me again. Because I literally, the pick before mine, the auto pick, when dude already had like Jalen Hurts, took Russell Wilson. I was pissed.
Oh.
Because I was going to take Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So
who did I have quarterback? I know I had Burrow. Oh, I had Derek Carr as well. That's not bad.
yeah, I feel very unconfident in the Trey Lance Tua combo right now. Not because I don't think either one of them can ball out. I think they both have potential to ball out. I just haven't seen it yet. That's what makes me scared. That's why, like, my Dynasty League, I'm like, okay, Trey Lance is cool. I think he's going to be perfect for a Dynasty League, but my backup is, like, Marcus Mariota because 16 people.
Dog, the Fantasy League, I dragged you in, the Dynasty League.
My team is stacked.
All of our teams are stacked.
Did you see
That's
what
happens when you're a 10-team Dynasty
I mean,
league.
also valid. Everyone wants Saquon. When I put him on the trade thing because I have Ken Walker, Kenneth Gainwell, I still have Kareem Hunt. Did you see the trade I pulled off in the BTB Dynasty League for
did you
Jacobs?
get Josh Jacobs or something?
Yeah, I traded Kareem Hunt in a couple seconds for Jacobs.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's a phenomenal trade. I paired him with
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook on my line or my running backs
I
now.
know. I hate my BTB team. I'm not gonna lie.
This is where I have
I'm
Robert
praying.
Woods, by the way. And I've been deciding on whether I want to play Robert
Dog,
Woods or I
I mean-
want to play like Kenneth Gainwell or Quez Watkins or Wandale
Dog,
Robinson.
I'm deciding between playing Robbie Anderson and like Russell Gage, dude.
True.
Like,
It's rough out here.
yeah.
My receiver core is wild, though, because I have Trey Lance, who I think is solid, obviously. For this league, it's solid because of the 16-team league. Dalvin Cook, Josh Jacobs is insane. I love that running back room now.
Yeah. I have Kyler, and I have Deshaun Watson.
You have
too.
Kyler. Yeah.
We
Deshaun
made
Watson.
this joke. We made this joke because I'm gonna have about a 4-week gap between the end of Deshaun Watson's suspension and the release date of Cobb.
You're losing all 4
Where I
games,
have
so you got to win
we're-
everything
we're-
else.
Well, I'm riding the golf train,
True. Oh.
so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And then, like, for the rest of my team, my wide receivers are A.J. Brown, Mike Thomas, Amari Cooper, DJ Moore, and Robert Woods are my all.
That's not bad.
That's an insane wide receiver.
I
room
like my
placement.
receivers better than my running backs
I
for sure. 'cause
love my
I
wide
have
receiver
Keenan
room.
Allen and Robbie Anderson, who I like. I really like Tolbert and Dubs as rookies, who I have both of them starting right now. And then on my bench, I have Peoples-Jones, Russell Gage, and Marvin Jones, who I don't think are bad options.
Yeah. Carson Strong is still sitting on my taxi.
And I have Tim Patrick on IR because he'll be back next year. Mm-hmm. And I have Khalil Shakir, who has been lighting it up in
Yeah.
preseason for the Bills. Who
I
I think
have-
genuinely could be a solid slot guy.
I have Malik Willis
With-
still.
without,
I forgot I had him. I drafted him. He's in
Yeah,
my taxi.
Especially without a. Dude, I'm telling the other one that I dragged you in, I freaking love my team.
I just like
got
that I have
so
Jalen
lucky
Hurts.
I got so lucky last year because I had like the 7th pick, and when we picked everybody last year, I ended up with both Jonathan Taylor and Justin
That's
Jefferson.
absurd.
That's absurd.
That's absurd. Wait, your team is you're winning. You're winning.
I took 4th last year because
They weren't-
Jonathan. Because my team was not healthy, and
Yeah.
I was literally riding Jonathan Taylor to wins,
Yeah.
and he kind of slowed up the last like 4 weeks.
Yeah. I'm gonna need Jalen Hurts to basically take like a gigantic step forward, which I think he has
Yep.
the tools to. And then like Aaron Jones and Clyde Edwards-Helaire need to pop off, and I think
Yep.
Saquon needs to have a great season.
Yep. I have
If not, Baker
have
Mayfield is my backup quarterback.
I have Lamar Jackson, and I have two like not player quarterbacks as backups right now. So technically, right now my backup is Justin Fields.
It's not terrible.
That's not terrible. But I have Lamar and I have Justin Fields, but I also have Jordan Love and Kenny Pickett, who I think are
That's
good
really
guys
good.
in the next maybe 2-3 years.
Yeah. Dynasty leagues are weird because I have like what's even crazy? I have Ken Walker and Isaiah Pacheco, but I don't know how I feel about him because Clyde is right there.
Yeah, you also auto drafted yours because this is before you joined.
This was
is
I didn't have.
Because my rookies, I got
I
I
didn't
got
have an
James
option.
Cook, who I wanted. I got Dubs, who I wanted, and I got Kenny Pickett, who I wanted.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm actually less I feel good because we're playing for money, right? But like
Yeah.
it's not a lot of money. Like $10 is gonna make or break
it's-
my life. So I'm
Yeah.
really happy that we're doing it that way because I think it's fun and it makes it competitive and it makes me want to try hard more. But it also is like, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm not devastated if I lose $10.
Yeah, like oh no. But yeah, I was also thinking for the BTB Dynasty League, right? We do. I want to if everyone put like $10 in, we can send the winner a championship ring. That'd be really fun.
That'd be dope.
I think like a championship ring or like
I'm against it until I win.
you're against it until you win. Okay.
because I'm not confident about my season. We'll see.
Dude, you never know because no one expected Jonathan Taylor to have the season he did last year.
Yeah,
You might have a
that's fair.
secret person sitting there. So
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that this episode of the podcast is ending. I do appreciate you guys for hanging out as we talked about fantasy football for the last 10 minutes for fun.
Yep.
We love fantasy football. We always play fantasy football every year. I'm very excited for this season for obvious reasons, and my teams are actually good. The only Eagles jersey I actually own now is my Carson Wentz jersey, so I will be...
Dude, if it makes you feel better, my only jersey is Von Miller.
Right.
So. And it's a blue Von Miller, too.
That sucks.
Like, I want a new Broncos jersey, and I want an orange one, because the last orange one I had was Peyton.
I don't know which one I want to get, though. The problem with the Eagles right now is I want to get, I really want to get a Hurts jersey. Mm-hmm. We're getting Crystal Devontae Smith jersey. We've confirmed it. And the reason we're getting Crystal Devontae Smith is because he's tweeted out, I'm addicted to Wawa, and Crystal's also addicted to Wawa. So we're getting her Devontae Smith jersey.
Perfect. Pre-Russell Wilson, I had no idea who I wanted for a new Broncos player. I was thinking maybe Justin Simmons.
Yeah, that's a good one. Simmons is nice.
But now it seems like Russ is the easy choice.
Yeah, and I feel like Jalen Hurts is who I want, but what if he doesn't have a good season? Mm-hmm. He's not going to be on the team next year. That would make me really sad.
Yeah. That's why I'm more confident, because Russ just signed a 5-year extension.
Yeah, it's Russell Wilson.
He's going to be on the team next year.
Yeah. I think my best bet is to go get a Jason Kelce jersey and be happy.
Because you could wear that anywhere. And people, you could wear that anywhere, and Eagles people will know.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
Mad respect. You kidding me?
You can't. You literally could wear that in any scenario, and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
That or you know who else I've been thinking about? Dallas Goedert.
He's a stud.
It's a good one.
I love Dallas Goedert so much.
Or A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's supposed to be around for a few years, so
yeah,
we'll see. I don't know who I want, but I don't want another 11. I think I'm just gonna put masking tape over my Wentz and write Brown, or unstitch it and stitch it myself or something like that. That'd be really hard, but that'd be funny.
Yeah, I remember.
Because I love the Eagles black jerseys. I don't want to not wear it, right?
Yeah, I know. I get you. I love my blue Von Miller jersey, but I need an orange one.
I want a white one. I know I really want. I know I should get a green one. Yep. I have a green Deshaun Jackson jersey still. I think. No, not
I don't know
Jackson.
If I've ever
Jeremy
owned
Maclin.
A white Broncos jersey. Now that I think about it,
the Eagles white is so good.
The only orange jersey I've ever owned was Peyton Manning, because that was back when they wore blue as their primary.
Or, alternatively, I wait till next season where we bring back the Kelly green, and I buy one of those.
Did a throwback uniform?
Those are nice. Or I can get both. Yeah. Who knows?
I never figured.
I think I should still get just a Hurts jersey for the culture.
Because I lost a bet. The Color Rush jerseys. You remember those?
The Eagles Color Rush, or the Broncos?
All the Color Rushes.
The Eagles Color Rush was just all black though.
Yeah, the Broncos Color Rush was all orange.
That jersey is so clean. That combo is so
sick.
Clean.
I remember. But I remember I wore a Chargers Color Rush jersey of Joey Bosa because I lost a bet for a day with an old coworker of mine because he was a Chargers fan. I was a Broncos fan. So the bet was I wore his Joey Bosa jersey because the Chargers beat the Broncos, and the Broncos won. He was wearing my Von Miller jersey. And I'll tell you, those Color Rush jerseys were clean.
They're clean,
regardless of the fact that I hated doing everything that I was doing.
Yeah, they're clean. At least you look good.
Yep, and of course everybody asked me, "Oh, you're a Chargers fan?" I'm like, "Nope."
Quite the opposite, actually.
It's actually it's the opposite of that. Yeah. So I remember when I fell in love with football was Christmas. Okay, we had a tradition. I got to open one present on Christmas Eve. I opened the rest on Christmas Day.
Okay.
I just picked a random one, right? And it was a Jake Plummer jersey.
I remember you telling me this story. Yes.
I wore it to bed that night, and I'm like, it was freaking magical.
Right. That's fun.
Because that's when I really got into football, was that year. And I got a Jake Plummer jersey for Christmas, and I'm like, this is incredible.
See, our tradition now is Crystal loves Christmas. It's her favorite holiday. And our tradition, actually her tradition. I didn't have a Christmas tradition. The only tradition I really had was basketball stays on all day. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. That was my tradition. The Crystal, everyone stays up till midnight in her family, and they open all their gifts at midnight. And they go to bed, and then wake up, and then enjoy the gifts. I really like that strategy, cool. I'm not going to lie, because you don't have to worry about kids waking you up in the future, because they can just wake up and enjoy themselves, because they've already opened their gifts, and you've already taken pictures, and you've already done everything. So it's cool, right? I like it, And it's just more fun. I had a great time. So. And it was our first Christmas together. Like living together, so it was really interesting.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we actually have to end the podcast episode.
Yeah,
We've been talking for a long time.
Maybe that's a good birthday gift to ask for. Is get a new Broncos jersey.
Yeah, that's what I'm on. I'm trying to get a new Eagles jersey. I just don't know which Eagles jersey. I think we're gonna go Jalen Hurts. I think I'm gonna go Jalen Hurts. He's definitely a quarterback this year.
I'll probably go Russ.
I really want a Miles Sanders jersey, but I definitely feel like he's not gonna be an Eagle next year.
No.
And it makes me sad because I really like Miles Sanders.
It's so risky getting a running back's jersey, dude.
Yeah.
I remember one of the few. I've only owned a handful of jerseys, maybe like 5 or 6. One of them was No Sean Moreno. You remember No Sean Moreno?
No.
Neither do most people.
No
he was a running
shot.
back for the Broncos. He is best known for crying during the national anthem.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like I'm talking like
Tears.
I've never seen a man cry. I'm gonna find it on YouTube, but I'm gonna send
All
it
right.
to you. Like I've never seen a man cry like that before.
I owned a Brian Westbrook
Not like
jersey.
it's not okay for a man to cry. I've just never seen like this before.
I get
it's
you.
Like crazy what
Yeah.
happens.
I did own a Brian Westbrook jersey when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'll have to send you the picture. My sister sent me a picture, and I think I was rocking. Little Davion was rocking an Eagles jersey, and that's how you know I'm a true fan. Just so we're clear, I was that guy, fam.
I remember because I was just a football fan, dude. I remember I had a Brett Favre jersey that I wore to school all the time because I just liked football.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna send it to you right now. But thank you guys so much for listening. If you guys are watching at this point, if you're on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Go follow us on TikTok and follow all the socials that are linked down below, including the graphics designer, Miss Maidesu, and my friend Broody, who made all the intro music. Outside of that, if you're on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts now or Spotify or whatever you're on, make sure you hit that heart button or the like button on whatever platform you're using. And don't forget to hit the follow button. We get to see it. It shows me a lot of appreciation, and I greatly appreciate all that stuff. Anything from the boy Eric?
I got nothing, dude. It's football season again.
Ladies and
we made
gentlemen,
it.
boys and girls. Eagles Broncos Super Bowl. Let's go!
I would cry.
I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.